You know that feeling, right? When your shoulders are inching all the way up to your ears the moment a new email pings, or that familiar knot tightening in your stomach just before a big, challenging phone call. These aren't just random glitches, some quirky thing that the body does. No, these are urgent messages, like direct messages from your body, written in a primal language that most of us sadly stopped bothering to read somewhere around second grade. But here's the cool part. 10 minutes from right now, you are going to have the decoder, the secret handshake, the key to understanding what your body is really trying to tell you. So find your favorite spot, settle in, and let's get comfortable. Picture this. Your entire nervous system is like an ancient radio tower, tirelessly broadcasting a continuous stream of Morse code probably since breakfast. The problem? You never got the memo on how to interpret those dots and those dashes. So what happens? All that unspoken communication, all that untranslated data, it just turns into a frustrating, overwhelming static in your mind. And that static morphs into a nagging anxiety, or worse, the sheer silence of ignored signals eventually leads to exhaustion. But don't worry. We're not adding another item to your already overflowing to-do list today. In just a few moments, we're going to get gently in tune. We're going to dial in. We're going to learn to translate that vital code and let the signal come through loud, clear, and incredibly helpful. Let's be honest. Most of us live pretty much exclusively above the neck. Our entire world seems to unfold in the busy landscape of our frontal lobes. Deadlines loom, group chats buzz, tomorrow's grocery list cycles endlessly. It's all up there, a constant hum. Meanwhile, the rest of our incredible body, it's often stuck in a kind of involuntary airplane mode, disconnected, unheard. Our stress hormones, like cortisol, keep that internal volume cranking so high we completely miss the subtle, crucial whispers that our body sends us. Think about it. A tight jaw might just be begging for a sip of water. That clenched hip, it's probably pleading for a good, satisfying stretch. And that fluttering, constricted feeling in your chest, it's simply asking for one deep, honest breath. A moment of pure oxygen. If we ignore these gentle nudges long enough, those whispers inevitably escalate. They start screaming, manifesting as persistent back pain, debilitating burnout, or that infuriating 3 a.m. racing mind that just won't quit. But here's the truly empowering news. You don't need to book a week-long, expensive retreat to find this connection. What you need, what can make all the difference, is just 10 deliberate minutes of focus and attention. So how do we start listening? Our translator tool is something called a body scan. Think of it like moving a super sensitive flashlight slowly through each inch of your skin. Only this flashlight is your own awareness. The neurologist They call this interoceptive training. It's literally teaching your insula, which is like your fifth brain lobe, how to accurately read your body's vital signals. Things like the subtle change of your heart, or the minute shifts in muscle tension, or even pH balance in your stomach. It's like getting daily personalized weather reports from your own internal climate. And when you practice this regularly, even if it's just 10 minutes, the science is compelling. Your amygdala, the brain's fear center, it starts to calm down, dialing back that fight or flight response. Your heart rate variability, which is a key marker of stress resilience, measurably improves. And your prefrontal cortex, that's your executive decision-making hub, it comes back online. And this means you can actually choose your next move with clarity, with intention, instead of just reacting instinctively. This isn't just feel-good advice. It is backed by so much solid research. Multiple studies have shown that 10 minutes is truly the minimum effective dose, proven to drop perceived stress levels by a remarkable 30%. Seriously, that's an incredible return on the simple investment of just sitting still and paying attention. It's accessible, it's time efficient, and a powerful way to improve emotional regulation and support your mental health by reducing feelings of disconnection. So let's settle in. Let's set the stage. First things first, carve out a little sanctuary for yourself. Just find a spot where you know that for the next 600 seconds, 10 minutes, by the way, absolutely no one will need you. There's not going to be urgent texts. There's not going to be any sudden demands. You can choose to sit comfortably, maybe in a chair, to lie down if that's better for you. But just ensure that your spine feels naturally neutral, not rigid. That your clothes are unrestrictive, loose. If your workspace chair still screams, deadline, 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 then consider draping a soft hoodie or a blanket over screens in front of you, kind of blocking that out. It's about creating a visual cue for your brain to relax. So do what you have to do. Let your palms rest gently open, perhaps on your lap or at your sides. This very simple gesture sends a subtle yet powerful memo to the nervous system. It says, we're not bracing for a battle here. We're open. We're receptive. And you can either softly close your eyes or just soften your gaze, whatever is better. Bring your awareness to all the points where your body is making contact with something solid. Feel a part of the feet on the floor, maybe the thighs on cushions, your back against a chair. Each of these contact points isn't just a physical sensation, it is a subtle doorway, a gentle anchor into the present moment. So pick any one. Now let's anchor ourselves with a few deliberate breaths. We'll take 3 gentle, grounding breaths together. Begin by inhaling slow through your nose for a silent count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you breathe in, really noticing your ribs, feeling them widen. Now exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue that on your own. Breathing in for 4. Feeling your ribs widen sideways. Exhaling for 6. Releasing. Allowing your shoulders to drop. Repeat this pattern with each long, slow out breath. Imagine that you are gently turning the volume knob down, just one notch at a time, on that internal radio tower. By the time you reach the third or the fourth exhale, you might find that the frantic static has softened considerably, perhaps dropping from a stadium-level roar to a more comfortable living room hum. If your mind starts to wander, because it will, when thoughts inevitably crash this quiet party, don't get frustrated. Just acknowledge them. You can even label them softly with your mind. Ah, that's planning. Or, okay, that's remembering. Or, hello, worry. Then with a gentle but firm hand, escort them to a mental waiting room. They don't need to leave entirely, but they can chill here. They just don't get to run the show right now. Starting with this actual scan, a gentle journey through your body, starting from the very top. Bring your full soft attention to your scalp. What do you notice here? Is there sensation? Is there temperature? Is there pressure? Is there a lingering ghost of yesterday's ponytail? Just notice what's there. Remember, you don't need to fix anything. You just observe. You're simply filling in a report, like a curious scientist. Now let your awareness drift down over your forehead to the space between your eyebrows, to the often overworked muscles around your eyes. If you catch them gripping or holding tension, just invite a micro softening. Imagine warm honey slowly melting over that area, rather than trying to force it like a bulldozer. And then continue your journey to your jaw, a notorious tension hot spot. See if you can imagine a soft, warm light slipping in between the back molars, just enough to create release. And notice how that release might echo down your neck, loosening your shoulders, feeling these hard-working structures that often bear the weight of our responsibilities. And just ask those shoulders, are you carrying tomorrow's meeting? Are you holding yesterday's frustrations? And then maybe take a deliberate shrug and release them away from your ears, and follow your awareness down through your arms, past your elbows, wrists, to your fingertips, feeling any tingling or warmth or coolness there. Across your chest, you may notice your heart beating. Breathe deeply into your ribs, visualizing oxygen flowing in like a nourishing care package to every single cell in your body. Now shift your attention to focus on your belly, the area that is often described as the body's slack channel for emotions, a direct line to your inner world. Maybe you sense tightness here, unprocessed adrenaline or anxiety. A feeling of softness could signal safety and inner relaxation. There's no need to spin a story about it, just quietly log the data. Softening the belly as you continue down into your low back, hips, your pelvis. These areas can be the body's warehouse for fight or flight chemistry, holding on to deeply ingrained patterns. You can imagine that you're sitting in a warm, yielding sand, allowing the grains to gently reshape and support the contours around your bones. And finally, travel down through your thighs, past your knees, into your calves. If you encounter numbness or a lack of sensation, that's a signal too. Sometimes our bodies mute sensations when the full capacity feels overwhelming, so don't rush past, just stay with it. Curiosity, a non-judgmental inquiry, is the antidote to this kind of anesthesia. Concluding your journey at your feet, maybe sensing the fabric of your socks or the leather of your shoes or the cool floor. Can you feel the subtle pulse in the artery of the big toe? Now imagine a slow, fluid wave of awareness sweeping upwards through your entire body from your feet all the way back up to your head. It's like gathering all those tiny micro findings, all those subtle sensations you observed into one comprehensive collection, like seashells gathered in a bucket. Take a moment for a panoramic inventory. How does your entire system feel right now in this moment compared to when you first started? Most notice a drop in agitation, a sense of their breath lengthening, maybe a feeling that the very edges of their body have softened and become more pliable, like wax gently warmed. And as we prepare to gently return, you can start with small movements like wiggling your fingertips and toes. Feel that fresh surge of blood re-entering those intricate highways of sensation. And without feeling rushed, eventually you'll open your eyes to the room around you, as if you're seeing it for the first time. Take one final deep inhale, really savoring that breath, and on your exhale, set a small, clear intention for the moments ahead. Maybe as simple as, I will drink that glass of water, or I need to reschedule that meeting, or even, it's time to text that apology. Whatever surfaced for you during your scan, whatever small insight or action feels most resonant, plant that intention. There's a beautiful truth here that intentions planted in the neural quiet that follows a mindful practice tend to have far deeper roots. So how did that feel for you? I'd love for you to drop a single word, a one-word signal down in the comments below. What best describes what you noticed? Maybe it was tingling, maybe it was heat or ease, maybe it was nothing, and that's okay too. But your honest word might be just the permission slip for someone else who needs to hear the exact same thing. If this little decoder ring helped you to tune in, consider subscribing. We share weekly micro practices designed to keep this vital conversation connection between your mind and your body fluent. Remember that your body isn't some temporary rental car that you could just trade in. It's your home, your constant companion. Just 10 short minutes ago, we embarked on a pledge to start learning its intricate dialect, its unique language of tension, temperature, pulse. And here is the magic. With steady, gentle practice, that nagging shoulder ache you might feel tomorrow won't be a sudden, overwhelming meltdown. It'll transform into a helpful heads up, an early warning signal. That Sunday afternoon flutter in your chest, it won't be a confusing crisis, but rather a subtle compass guiding you towards what you need. So keep that powerful flashlight of your awareness charged. Keep listening, because this incredible secret language will continue to translate itself for you. One gentle breath, one curious scan, one honest, compassionate listen at a time. You've got this. Namaste.